Welcome back to Talks with Rita, a platform where we talk all things social issues. My name is Rita. Well, for all my returning subscribers, thank you very much for being part of this journey. I really appreciate you so much. And for my new people who are probably just browsing through YouTube, kindly hit the subscribe button so that you can be part of this journey, right? And also hit the notification bell so that you can be part of the first group or first people who gets to see the videos that I upload each time. And most importantly, right, let's also hit the like button. It is good for us because one, we might not be going through these situations that we are discussing on this platform. We might have seen our friends, colleagues, family members going through this. So when we hit the like button, our friends, colleagues, anyone out there will have access to this video because the YouTube algorithm will push the video out and many people have access to this information. Yeah, and also please share. Let people get to hear this information. It could save a life or two, right? So again, this is a platform where we share tips, advice, where we create awareness, basically, right? We are going to look at a topic that could potentially save a life, a topic that could potentially rescue you or anyone you know from being a victim of abuse, right? So today I will share with you guys on what are the red flags, the 6 red flags of an abusive partner. Fine. So most of us, why I said fine is that most of us, when we start relationships, we don't really get to pay attention to these red flags. In fact, because at the beginning of the relationship, everything is most of the time beautiful and it's difficult to pay attention to these red flags, and then we override them or overlook them and just go like, no, it's just, yeah, because everything in the beginning tends to be beautiful. But those are the crucial moments that could really save us unnecessary heartaches, unnecessary abuse, because we overlook these red flags. So, and again, I'm not saying that the list that I'll share with you is exhausted. It's only 6 that I'll share with you, but there are more red flags that we need to pay attention to. So at the end of this video, if I've missed any that which you have experienced or that which you have seen, drop it in the comment section so that we can have a discussion about it, so that we can educate many other people about it, right? Yes. So the first red flag that we should not ignore, or that could potentially tell us that the person we are with is probably an abusive person or an abusive partner, is that 1, he or she wants you all to himself. They are not comfortable with the fact that you are interacting with other people. They want to isolate you. They want to cut all other connections that you have. They are not comfortable with the fact that other people communicate with you. They are not comfortable with the fact that you have friends, you have colleagues, you have other people around you. They're not comfortable with that. They want you all to themselves. Some of these people even directly tells you that, you know what, I'm not comfortable with you being friends with that girl or you being friends with that guy. Some of them will tell you directly, but some of them, they'll have disruptive behavior. Each time you come from a certain person or you come from a group of people or you have met a friend or so, they will have a way to bring a fight. Yeah, so in that fight, those people's names might be mentioned. or something will be mentioned regarding the people that you are with. Yeah, so that will show you that this person is not okay with me interacting with those people. So it is a red flag. Don't ignore it. That person could be an abusive partner. The second red flag is that if a person wants to know your whereabouts all the time, who you are with, what you are doing, they are zooming on your details about your life. They are checking on your social media accounts. They are zooming on who you are talking to. Some even link their phones to your phone so that if you miss a call, it diverts to their phone so that they can know who was calling you. They are tracking every point, everything that you are doing. Fine, get me right, ne? There are times then where we can connect our phones to our partner so that maybe we don't miss important calls. But there are situations that are normal. But I'm sharing situations that are obsessive, that are uncomfortable, that even yourself, you feel uncomfortable. Like, okay, why should a person be calling and asking, who are you with? Why should the person be calling each time when you're in town? The moment you just separate, the person wants to know, who are you with? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? That's a red flag. You could be dealing with a partner who's abusive. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Do something about it. Fine. Others would track you down, even follow you. You just meet in town again, and then the person will not even have a good reason. They'll be like, I just thought I should come behind you, maybe something. That's a red flag. The person is a control freak. The person wants to have an idea of every little detail of your whereabouts as if you are a child, but you're an adult. So don't ignore such red flags. Don't ignore such red flags, because if you ignore such things, they will eventually grow and get out of control. They want to know your whereabouts, who you are talking to, who you are spending your time with, what you are doing. You're an adult, right? That's a red flag that your partner could be an abusive person. Right. The third point is that he or she is excessively jealous and constantly accuses you of being unfaithful. Right? They are jealous when they see you speaking to the opposite sex. They are not comfortable with you speaking to an opposite sex. They just want you to be around same sex. Then they feel okay. Some of them don't even feel okay seeing you with other people at all, like what we said in the first points. And then just because you are seen with an opposite sex, it becomes automatically that you are dating them. You are now unfaithful. You are now cheating. All these things get out of control. Even though you explain that that's my colleague, I was just being dropped off by a colleague, it becomes a huge, huge issue. Don't ignore such signs. Don't ignore them. Don't take them light and just say, maybe he's just, no, or she's just, no. Don't take them light. Talk about those type of issues as soon as possible. Address such issues. We are people. We are going to interact with different opposite sex. We are going to work in situations where we have opposite sex around us. It shouldn't be a big issue. By now, everyone should be getting used to that. But if you're finding yourself, you're with a person who is uncomfortable, that's a red flag. It's a red flag. You're going to be abused by that person as time goes by. Don't ignore it. Do something about it. Get help. Speak to somebody about it. Speak to your partner about it before it's too late. Yeah? The fourth point is that they are disrespectful to others. And they are only respecting you. Right? Yeah, yes, you are supposed to be respected in the relationship. But if your partner only respects you and don't respect other people, that's a red light. It is a red light. Because when conditions that you are currently meeting that are currently making the relationship nice, when those conditions are no more met, you will be disrespected as well. So observe this person. How do they interact with other people? What do they say about other people? How do they interact with everyone else? Do they respect the waiter? Do they respect the taxi driver? How do they respect other people? Do they look down on other people because of their status quo? Do they only have respect for the CEO of a company, and they don't respect the taxi driver? Those are red lights. Be vigilant. Don't take it light and think that that's how he is. He's a high class guy. Because whether you're a high class, you're a high class guy, high class girl, respect is respect. We should be able to respect everyone around us, whether they are of a low class or whether they are high class, whatever. A human being is a human being. They should be respected. So if you are with a person who does not respect other people, only respects you because you are the partner, you should be worried. You should be worried. That's a red flag, baby girl. Boys also. I'm not only speaking to girls, I'm speaking to boys and girls, men and women. You should not take it light if you're with a person who does not respect other people and only respects you. He cannot only respect you. He must respect, or she must respect other people as well. She must have respect for other people as well, not only you alone. Because when conditions are no more favorable, you are the victim. Yeah, you will be the victim. So don't take it light. My brother, my sister, don't take it light. It's a red light, or rather red flag, that you are with an abusive partner. The fifth one is that the fifth red flag is that when you have a misunderstanding, disagreement with this partner, they use force. Any form of force, physical force, by pushing you, by restraining you in any way. Don't take it light. It's a red flag. That means that person can easily beat you up one day. It always starts with something small, and it builds up. So sometimes it could be psychological force, or words that they use, some form of force that they are using when there is a disagreement or an argument. Don't take it light, right? And they could kick you, they could slap you. It always starts with small things that could eventually grow out of control if you don't do something about it. Don't ignore the red flags. They can grow out of hand. Lives have been lost. Yeah, people have died because of these red flags that were ignored. So, yeah. The last point number six is that an abusive partner, you will know them by the way they behave around you, or the things that they force you to do. We are adults, and if another adult forces another adult to do things that they don't want, that's a red flag. If you are being forced to do things that you don't want, it's a huge red flag, because you're an adult. If you say no, another adult should be able to understand and comprehend that this person does not want to do this. But if you are pushed, do this, do that, do this, and you don't want, and when you say I don't want, when you stand for yourself, when you put your boundaries and say I cannot do that, the person gets offended, the person uses it against you, you don't have respect. What type of partner are you? You don't respect me. You don't listen to me and all that. No, that's a red flag. We are adults, two different backgrounds. Our likes are not the same. We will not like the same things when we come in a relationship. We will not do the same things. We will see things differently. And some things that your partner is able to do, you might not be able to do them. So they must understand when you say, no, I cannot do that. If you are being forced to do things that you don't want. That's a red flag, a huge red flag. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore these red flags, guys. These red flags, many of us have seen them and we ignored them. And worse things happened to us. Seriously, worse things happened to us that we wish only if we acted quicker when we saw these red flags. Only if we could have, maybe only if we knew better, we could have avoided unnecessary heartbreaks, unnecessary pain, unnecessary exposure to traumatic events. So, again, this list that I've shared with you, the 6 red flags I shared with you, are not the only ones. There are a lot. But because I don't want my video to be too long, I want it to be a bit short. Though already it's a bit, anyways, fine. These are not the only red flags. There are a lot of red flags out there that most of us tend to ignore and I know we always want and wish for the best in our relationships. But ignoring red flags is very dangerous. If you don't do anything about them, you are risking your life. You could die at the end of, or along the way. So these red flags can sometimes be picked at the beginning of the relationship, or sometimes in the middle of the relationship. These red flags begin to come out. So don't ignore them. If they begin to come up, address them as soon as possible. Address these red flags. Speak to a friend. Speak to a social worker, a psychologist, anyone that you trust. Sit your partner down. Discuss these issues. If you are failing to understand each other, let a third party come in. Let a third person, a psychologist, a social worker come in so that you guys can discuss these issues. Never ignore red flags. And if you know somebody who is going through this, talk to them. Let them know that they shouldn't ignore such things, right? So thank you again for being part of this journey, being part of this video. I appreciate so much. Kindly, again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, like, share, tell everybody to tell others so that we can do this thing and share as much as we can on this platform. Let's educate each other. Let's create awareness. Let's save lives. There are many people who are going through too much with regards to gender-based violence. We can save a life at a time by creating awareness. All right. So if you have any questions or comments, put them down in the comment section and then we will definitely talk. For those who have my contact details, contact me directly and I'll definitely answer whatever questions that you have. Now, my question to you all is that, what are the red flags that you have seen? What other red flags have you seen, or what other red flags have you experienced? Put them down in the comment section so that other people can also be aware of them. Thank you so much. See you again in the next video. Bye bye.